Fly, Eagles, fly. Go Birds.
Step back and watch the step cook.
You want 17 birds? Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Hit my line if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. I know a guy if you want 17 birds. Big ring, I play for the 17 birds. Yeah, I'm from the 17th curb. I'm a G, I know how a G17 works. I'm a beast, I done moved grass all on this turf. Before the pandemic, face mask gonna work.
Sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Yeah. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, before we get into the meat and potatoes, I gotta let you know, I'm gonna let you know that this video was brought to you by Manscaped. Big Manscaped in the building, bringing you nothing but the latest and greatest cutting-edge technology to keep today's man groomed. Use code Brunson, save 20% off, get the free shipping, and the free shipping I fall for that for y'all. Listen, also, you know what I'm saying? I'm spinning up 50 fresh, crispy Hurt Season hats. 50 fresh, crispy ones. I feel like this was the season to roll out the campaign. Last year was a good introduction, but 50 free crispy Hurt Season hats available on the Print Champs website today. Make sure you put your order in now. It's going down. You do not want to miss this season. That's all I'm going to say on that. So listen, man. So back in April, around April 8th, the Philadelphia Eagles signed wide receiver Devon Allen, a two-time Olympian and a three-time national champion hurdler. He was 27 at the time, but he hasn't played any meaningful snaps since 2016, any organized football since 2016. He's had 2 knee surgeries, you know what I mean, during his collegiate career and while he was an Olympian. And, you know, it was a lot of red flags and even looking at a guy, you know, who had this kind of checkered past. Mind you, you're 27 years old. We signed you to a 3-year deal. If you recall my video, I had no idea what the hell Hobby Roseman was thinking, because this was before you got A.J. Brown. This was before you made a lot of the moves in the draft happen. So at this point, when you got him, it was just Zach Pascal, Devontae Smith, and Devon Allen. Those were like the 3 guys. You know what I mean? I'm not Devontae Smith. I'm sorry. Those were the guys that were new additions to the team to be along Devontae Smith. So then it kind of dies down, his worth to the team. Well, not his worth to the team, but, you know, just his name and what we've done with him. It dies down until this news comes out. Devon Allen, man, he got some wheels, man. He got some wheels. We're going to call a spade, man. Eagles wide receiver Devon Allen runs the 3rd fastest 110-meter hurdle in history. Coming off of 27 years old, 2 knee injuries, 2 major knee injuries, you know what I mean, during his career. And he goes out there and damn near breaks a record in a 110-meter hurdle. I mean, the dude is an Olympian. There's multiple ways that you can use a guy with this physical prowess, man. Let me read a little bit more. Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver Devon Allen posted the 3rd fastest 110-meter hurdle time in history on Sunday, winning it in 12.84 seconds at the New York City Grand Prix. Allen, who recently signed with the Eagles after a successful track career, easily defeated Olympic silver gold medalist Grant Holloway, who finished with 13.6 seconds. The 27-year-old Allen, he missed the world record by 4/10 of a second. The mark of 12.80 was set by American Aries Merritt in 2012. So this guy, you know, who's recovering, who's a dual athlete, is still performing at the most optimum level, you know what I mean, in the Olympics, in these qualifying rounds, or I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's great to see. It's plenty of use for a guy like this, man. You know what I mean? He was a deep threat at Oregon, so you know he could catch. You know he could catch after the run. I mean, you know he can run after the catch. You know he can run those deep routes, the fly routes, the post. He's done it a lot in Oregon. Then he got hurt. He kind of got sidelined. His momentum slowed down. But, man, punt return, just go routes to keep the defense honest. He could be a decoy to move safeties in his area. The dude can ball. I'd rather throw a screen pass to him with his speed than be throwing the amount of screen passes we threw to Jalen Reagor. It's a lot of room for this guy to be a part of this roster. He's not just a one-trick pony. He can play wide receiver, and he could give you some meaningful minutes in punt return. The only real issue that I have with Devon Allen is just, you know, how well will his body take up to, you know, the punishment of the NFL? Running track is dangerous. You could tear something that way too. But when you're talking about being a wide receiver, how well is your body going to be able to manage these hits? How well are you going to be conditioned enough? You had 2 major knee surgeries at all. Is there a physical element to that? I would say no, based upon the way he jumped these hurdles and stayed in stride. You know what I mean? He's just an athlete, bro. He's an athlete, and I'm excited to have him a part of the organization. Now, moving forward, we're going to break down how Oregon actually used them. They see if it can fit to something that we can do today. You know what I mean? With all of these weapons that we have on the offensive side of the ball, including Devon Allen, it's imperative that Jalen Hurts gets his time and anticipation down pat. It gotta be as strong as it's ever been. He has to do his absolute best to make sure he's delivering timely balls. Because guys like Allen, you don't want to have them coming back for the ball. You don't want to have Smitty or Quez or A.J. Brown coming back for the ball. You need to overthrow them or hit them in the hands. You need to trust that they can get under it or hit them in the hands. You don't want to have any bad, ill-advised throws this upcoming season because all eyes are on you and you got the weapons. Listen, sweet Pascal, Devon Allen, you know what I mean? I'm not sure how big of a role he's going to get, but Pascal, Quez Watkins, Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, and A.J. Brown, that's 5 wide receivers who should have a meaningful role. Don't sleep on Hightower or Greg Ward either. The Philadelphia Eagles now all of a sudden have so many wide receivers that they can, pick from. And, the practice squad should be stacked with wide receivers. It's just crawling the board. We should never have a shortage of wide receivers and cornerbacks for the next 2 years. It's just stacked at both positions. It's just stacked. You talk about the undrafted free agents we grabbed, as far as cornerback go, and you should see why we're saying that. We ready, man. We ready to compete. And, guys are out there making a mark and guys are making a name for themselves. It's all about the competitive nature. You know what he said after he ran? Fly, Eagles, fly. Before or after? What's on his mind is being out there and joining the team. You got to respect stuff like that, man. You got to respect it, man. He looks like, the type of guy we like to have here in Philly. Competitive, gets after it. And I'm excited to see what he brings to the table. I believe he averaged 17 yards of reception over at Oregon his rookie year. His longest reception was 80 yards, 7 touchdowns. He was a deep threat. He was a deep threat. And, you can't take that away from him. So, the coaches got a lot to think about and a lot to ponder about. The coaches have to, be responsible for making all of this work. You know what I mean? It's not everybody else's responsibility. It's not Jalen Hurts' responsibility for making this work. The coaches have to put all of these pieces in the best situation possible to succeed. They got to be a collective effort. I'm not going to stress this enough. While people are saying Jalen Hurts has everything he needs, so does everybody else. The coach got everything he needs. Gannon got everything he needs. Offensive play caller got everything he needs. Defensive play callers have everything they need. Howie Roseman has everything he needs. Jeffrey Lurie has everything he needs to be competing for a championship within the next 1 to 3 years. 1 to 3 years, you should be in the Super Bowl with this roster, and you know how many guys you're going to be able to keep around. You know what I mean? For the duration of this. You got some guys in their prime under contract. You got to do right by this city and by taking your best swing at it, and I respect it. We took a swing at it. Now let's see how it translates on field. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man, about Devon Allen. And, him just being a phenomenal dual athlete. I'm excited to see that on the field. But, you know what I mean? It is what it is. Definitely super fast. Definitely, looking like a good pick again by Howie Roseman. It is what it is. That's what how we do that.